Hello to all of my star spas. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. This reading is for the sign of Aries. So Aries, we're going to get into a general reading for the collective sign of Aries and see what comes out for you. These are general readings. These aren't personal. Take what applies to you and leave the rest, okay? All right, so we're going to pull one oracle card to start out, and then we're going to pull some tarot cards. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So at this moment, you may be taking pride in your children, your parents, your community, your environment. You may be seeing yourself in a little bit of all your children, a little bit of your community, you know, your family, things like that. Okay. Let's see. Seven of Cups here. So there was some energy, Aries, where you were presented what you could have been confused about or slow to see what was good and bad in your life. Maybe you were in some sort of energy where you had a lot of distractions or something, or you were only focusing on the negative things and slow to see the good things, or maybe you were kind of living in some sort of illusion where you kept just only focusing on the good things and not really paying attention to the negative things. But I do see I see options in you standing before you, and it's up to you what you choose to look at. But I feel like you need to look closer at these options. Take your time, because something has negative energy with it and something has really good energy with it. There are some positive things that are in your life right now that you may be kind of overlooking or not seeing it for what it is, and there may be some negative things that you're focused on, or it's kind of like an illusion where you think it's better than what it is or something. But I do see you're taking pride in who you are, and you're taking pride in yourself and what you've done in your life and where you come from, and you know who you are at your core. And you can kind of see yourself in everyone in certain ways. A Scorpio may be significant too with that Seven of Cups. You have the Four of Swords here. For some of you all, you're thinking about a deceased one, someone who's already moved on. This could be an air sign. It could be a Scorpio, or maybe someone who has heavy Scorpio placement or heavy air placement or something. But I see you may have gone to a grave site, or you may have kind of, you know, tried to talk to someone, your ancestors. Is someone who means a lot to you, or they meant a lot to you. You also may just be putting down your swords to kind of just take a moment to relax and not have to worry about things so much, almost trusting the process in a situation. So it looks like you may have been confused about a decision that you need to make at this time. Maybe you're trying to figure out who you should choose, what you should choose, something. You're trying to see the good and the bad, how things are going to turn out if you make a choice. And you've been slow to make this choice. But I see here with this Four of Swords, you're just kind of burnt out about thinking about it. You're like, look, I just kind of need a break from this. I'm tired of thinking about the situation. I see you putting down your swords for a moment. You're being encouraged to do this from the spiritual realm, and just kind of listen to what you feel in your heart, what you feel is right. The right thing to do, even if it's not the popular thing to do. So you may get some pushback about a decision you're making, and this pushback may be coming from some people who have ulterior motives. They kind of want you to choose them. But if you look at, let me show you some, Aries. If you look at these cups here, some of these cups that's got a dragon in it, snake in it, someone who's wearing a mask, meaning they're not being honest with you. And then some of these cups have a wreath in it, meaning victory. Some of these cups have treasures in it. You know, some of these cups have beautiful angels in it, meaning like that angelic type, spiritual, happy, joy energy. So you're being encouraged right now. And also there's a castle here, so a home may be significant. But I also see you're going to need to, let me see. There may be 3 individuals here who are sort of wearing a mask. They have ulterior motives. Some one of them is sort of like a snake kind of energy, trying to sort of manipulate you out of something. Someone is wearing a mask. They're not showing you how they really feel. Someone is trying to outsmart you at this time. These could be people who are very close to you, so they know how you feel. They know what you're thinking. So they're kind of trying to cover up something. Then you have a dragon here, someone who will burn you, or they've burned you in the past. And, you know, maybe you kind of kept overlooking it and kind of kept dealing with them and looking at them as an option. But I do see there's some other energy here that's very good. That's very good. And you are confused about what you should choose or who you should choose. And it looks like you have some energies around you that are trying to keep you in a place of confusion, but it's beneficial to them. I don't know what that means, though. I don't know how that plays out in your life. So you may just be taking a break for a moment or trying to invoke your ancestors, trying to figure out what you should do, like the right choice you should make. But I feel like once you kind of just put that energy in the universe, you may need to meditate, listen to what's in your heart, even if it isn't the popular thing to do, even if you get a lot of pushback from some unethical people. I just kind of feel like you need to go with what's in your heart. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands here. And so this is that fire water energy. So there may be a fire sign or a water sign that's significant in your life. But it also is that energy of someone who's very passionate and they've worked very hard to obtain things, you know. So this may be something that you've worked hard for. You know, you may be the head of a household and you've done a lot of things. You've accomplished a lot of things. You've had some good times in your life. You've had some bad times in your life, but you sailed through it and came out on top each time. And so this is what you're looking at this time. You're kind of, you know, you may be an extrovert too, because this Queen of Wands is like a fast moving energy. You just kind of get things done so quick. It's almost like, wow, you know, Aries, how did you do that? So that's the energy that I see. And I do see you're really kind of trying to think about what you should do. Like you've made the right decision a lot of times in your life. Sometimes you didn't make the right decision, you know, but you seem to always land on your feet and come out on top. And it looks like with this Queen of Wands here, you don't want to make a choice where everything is just thrown away. And this is what seems to be some sort of dilemma here. You're trying to figure out what you need to do or how you need to do it. I'm going to pull one more card here. Queen of Swords here. So you may be deciding, someone may be in competition with you. This may be an Aquarius energy. There may be someone who's in competition with you that you had to cut off. You had to, somebody who tried to outsmart you too. I don't know. There's another queen that feels like they can outsmart you. They have their back turned to you at this time. So this may be someone you don't even talk to. I don't know, but it looks like they don't have any regrets. They feel like cutting you off was the right thing to do. So maybe you're trying to figure out something with them. You have the Strength card here. So you're going to be required to, you know, be brave in a situation and stand up for some sort of decision that you're going to make. You're going to have to stand up for that decision. You have the Queen of Cups here. That is that Cancer energy. It could also be Pisces energy or Scorpio, but it looks like you're deciding to be in some sort of energy. It's almost as if you're having to be brave and make a decision. You may be deciding to give something to a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, someone who you feel like has a lot of love, or they have a vast amount of love where they can they're going to do something kind, or you may feel like you want them to be in charge of something. You may feel like they're going to make the right decision because they're going to make a decision from their heart. They're going to handle something in the right way. And you may get a lot of pushback. I don't know what this is about, but you're going to get a lot of pushback. But it's due to you're around somebody who are people who really don't, they're wearing a mask. Somebody's trying to outsmart you. This is a first deck in Pisces may be significant because you have someone who walked away. So, or you may be walking away from someone. You may be walking away from another fire sign on a spiritual journey. Someone who you kind of felt like, you know, you had a turbulent past with. You may be turning your back on this person, feeling like you kind of, you know, there was a lot of trauma from the past. And it looks like you are in some sort of energy where you're trying to seek emotional healing through spiritual guidance. It's almost as if you reluctantly walked away from a situation. Okay, and then we have the Hermit card here. Virgo may be significant. You may have had to cut off a Virgo or either an Aquarius, but this also speaks of you you're walking to almost like a spiritual energy, someone who has a light and that can guide you in the right way to make the right decision that's best for you and everyone involved. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards to kind of close out this reading. Aries, let's see. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. And then one more card for you, Aries. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Okay, so that's your message, Aries. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and hitting that like, share, and subscribe button to show my channel so much love. Sending love right back to you. And thank you for being in my stars.